Tax Refund 2024 update. We have the latest numbers on tax processing. We have the IRS Commissioner sharing tips on how not to fall prey to scammers. We also have the next direct deposit date shared, delayed tax refunds, and what you need to do while you are waiting. And we have the tax filing deadline. So make sure you stay tuned and welcome back, everyone. So very happy to have you back for another IRS update. Let's go ahead and get started.
The first time the IRS will contact you is by letter. If you are contacted by email, text, or receive an unexpected phone call, it is not the IRS. The IRS will never reach out and threaten that an immediate action needs to be taken.
The second is we would never threaten you with immediate law enforcement, the police is coming, none of that. There's always opportunities to work with the IRS over time. And third is we'll never demand a specific payment type. We won't tell you pay by prepaid debit card. That is something the IRS will never do.
Don't be fooled by a high tax return amount that someone may be promising you. Welfare shares what a scammer will typically say to trick you.
You let me prepare your taxes, I'll get you the best refund and credits, and then actually stealing your money. So it's important that you choose, if you're going to use someone to prepare your taxes, doing some research, making sure they're reputable and trustworthy.
He encourages everyone to be alert and skeptical.
If the deal is too good to be true, it is too good to be true. There are no risk situations someone might be promising you, no risk to you. And of course, never click on anything that you're unaware of. Clicking on links that are sent to you and you're unaware of that, that is the gateway for people to steal your money and your information.
If you are the victim of a tax filing scam, welfare says to report it to the IRS and they will go after the scammer. While tracking down a scammer may be possible, getting your money back may not be.
Once you're a victim of the scam, it's difficult to correct it overnight. And we have to work with the taxpayer to figure out what happened and what are the steps, if any, that we can take to make it right.
Let's continue with the latest numbers on tax processing updated March 29, 2024 on IRS.gov. Total returns received so far, 90,315,000. Total returns processed, 88,800,000. Total refunds so far, 60,858,000. Total amount refunded in dollars, $185 billion. And the average tax refund is $3,050. Now, in terms of the processing of your IRS notices and correspondence, it states that the IRS is currently working on those received January of 2024. So if you have mailed documents to the Internal Revenue Service after January, make sure to expect delay in processing. The IRS states that as the return is processed, whether it was filed electronically or on paper, it may be delayed due to mistakes, missing information, or suspicious activity referred by banks. And of course, identity theft is also an issue that can delay the processing of your tax refund. The IRS states if they can fix the problem without contacting you, they will. If they need more information from you, they will be notifying you by mail. They will send you a letter. Also, remember, under your IRS online account, you have digital notices, so you can also check your account for those notices that will be mailed to you. The IRS resolution for those of you under review can take a maximum of 120 days, depending on how quickly you respond to any additional information. Now, what should you do while waiting? The IRS states that in most instances, no further action is needed from you. They will contact you again by mail if they need more information, or if they need to change your tax return. They will also notify you by mail. If you file electronically and you receive an acknowledgement, it states that you don't need to take any further action other than promptly responding to any request for additional information. The IRS is also sharing tips on how you can spot a bad tax preparer. Let's go ahead and get started with number one, shady fees. Taxpayers should always ask about service fees. Shady tax preparers can ask for cash-only payment without providing you a receipt. They are also known to base their fees on a percentage of your tax refund. Next, false income. Untrustworthy tax preparers may also invent false income to try to get you a higher refund or claim fake deductions to boost the size of your tax refund. And finally, wrong bank account. Taxpayers should also be wary of tax preparers attempting to convince you to deposit your refund into their bank account rather than yours. All right, so be careful. You can also report a tax preparer to the Internal Revenues or report any tax schemes by filling out form 14242, and you can find that form on irs.gov. Simply type it in the search and you can mail it to the Internal Revenue Service. The address is listed here. They also have a fax number of 877-477-9135. Now, the deadline to file your 2023 tax returns is April 15th. If you owe the IRS, in order to avoid paying interest and penalties, make sure to file your tax return and make sure to pay your balance due before Monday, April 15th. For residents of Maine or Massachusetts, the deadline is Wednesday, April 17th. If you're unable to file your 2023 tax return by the April 15th deadline, you can apply for an extension by filling out form 4868. You can find that form again on irs.gov. And the good news, the next direct deposit date shared is April 10th, 2024. Make sure to share with us in the comments if you did receive a direct deposit date or if you received your refund on the last direct deposit date, which was April 3rd. Make sure to share with us in the comments. And reminder, the Saturday walk-in hours is April 13th from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m. Make sure to check out the previous video with all of the locations for the April 13th Saturday hours. You can walk in. You don't need an appointment. I will pin that video in the comments as well as in the description box. Contact information, you can check the status of your 2024 tax refund by calling the automated refund hotline at 1-800-829-1954, as well as for those amended refunds, you can call 866-464-2050. You can also call the IRS directly to speak with a representative at 1-800-829-1040. Mondays and Tuesdays have high call volume, and you can call from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. local time. If you want to schedule an IRS in-person appointment, you can call 844-545-5640. And that brings us to the end of this week's 2024 tax refund update. Make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe, and hit that notification bell to come back for more 2024 tax refund updates and breaking news. Bye-bye.